Hello, everyone, and welcome. We've got a Division Two quarterfinals match here to share with you all today. This is Cornell taking on University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Round one is already underway. Let's tune in to check out these games. All right, so we've got quite a time scramble in some of them already, so apologies for being late. But it looks like we've got Women's FIDE Master here. This is, I want to say, Martha. Yeah. She's playing up against GDT Bath, which is Neo Zhu. And looks like she's doing well. She's up. Um, what is she up? She's up a pawn. She's also up on time. We have a result already. This is Sanjana, who won by checkmate against the green dinosaur Rohan. So that's a point for Cornell. Cornell's got all the women FIDE masters. They're even missing one today. Normally, Kimi Liu is able to play for them. Oh, this is a big matchup. 2400 versus 2200. Naveen, the top board. Is he the top board? He's a national master. Looks like Martha also won her game. So top two boards for Cornell, getting points on the board. Can Naveen answer back? Well, he's playing against Ryan, who is 2200. So both players less than 20 seconds. We're tuning in right at the heat of battle. All right, last game that we haven't looked at yet. Both players under a minute. Up in lights, 2400. That's Thomas Kung, who's playing against Will, the bottom board from Cornell at 1800. And Will's putting up a decent fight. He is facing the wrath of these double bishops right in the center of the board. So material seems to be even. White's, though, has a worse pawn structure. All right, trying to attack this bishop. This pawn is currently under attack as well, so probably going to have to trade that off. But then black's going to have this outside pass pawn, so watch out for that. Knight would love to take this, but you're in a pen, so the king's going to try to step up and get out of that. But then at that point, maybe black will trade down. This is a light color promotion square in the corner, so this bishop is the valuable one. King steps up out of the pen, attacking the bishop, so I'm expecting a trade. We do see the trade. What's going on? Bishop here, looking to trade off that bishop. There's a check. That's going to be somewhat annoying. The king's going to have to step down. So should be a draw, which would be a huge result for Cornell. In fact, this is the last game. Naveen did win, so getting a point for Chapel Hill. I think we might want to switch the top two players for Cornell. Let's see who's actually higher rated. No, it's looks like we have it right here. Ooh, that was a blunder apparently. The king moves, and now it looks like black is gonna promote, but also white's threatening this. So rook comes here to defend that. Okay. Rook gets here. Check. I don't know if I would have given that check. That seems like you shouldn't have done that. I think you should rather go all the way back. Because now you've given black this pawn for free, right? And now you put the rook on c1, but black has already taken here. If you put the rook on c1 immediately, black would have to take this pawn, and then it would be white's turn. So in effect, we lost a pawn and a turn, basically, with just that. And now we have rook takes, and now black has queened. So this is looking good for Thomas, bad for Will. That's my immediate assessment. How does that sound? This is good. That's bad. But all in all, that means that the top two boards from both teams win, which is to be expected in a match like this. Yeah, Ryan's a strong player for board 3. Neo is GDT Bath. He's at 1900, so I think Cornell's the favorite, but it's hard to say. Who's their board for? Is the green dinosaur? No, they're 2000. So, and who did they play against? They played against Sanjana. Okay, so I need to switch out Neo. Yeah, Neo, and not that it matters too much, right? Did this game finally finish? Yeah, Thomas with the point. Okay. And Thomas is higher rated than his National Master teammate. Is that even right? I don't think it's right, but that's what they're going with. All right. Anyways. All right. Can I get a prediction going? Okay. We got some gamblers in the chat. Time to lose them all. Get those bets in now, folks. Maybe we have a brackets command. Bro, you don't have the bracket command. Sorry. But if you do exclamation point NACE, it'll take you to where the brackets are. So, let's see. Division 2. How did we get here? It looks like Cornell beats UC Berkeley and UNC Chapel Hill. They already qualified. They won their group, I believe. So, this could be the favorite, the top seed. So I guess technically Cornell is the lower seeded team. But I mean they're strong. So let's check this out. It's tied 2-2 right now. All right. What's going on in this game? We had a Sicilian, a closed Sicilian. Queen out threatening the old checkmate, hanging the knight. So defend, knight moves. Pawn push to guard this check. Queen over to reinvigorate this attack. So let's see. What's a good move here? I'm looking at this. Is that anything? Pawn push. Pawn push does not attack the knight, by the way. Or does it? Because you get 2 pieces for the rook? Spicy. Were there challenge brackets made for this? Yes, there were. They were announced on Discord, but I don't think... Maybe 1 or 2 people actually made predictions. My issue with the challenge bracket was that we didn't have them ready. We announced them way too late. That was a very busy weekend for me, so I apologize. Okay, looks like there's only 10 points on North Carolina, which is impressive. I mean, they're the favorite. Wow, King steps up. Well, maybe if Cornell is playing like this on all the boards, then I would get it. But this is Chapel Hill's lowest player playing against board 2 from Cornell. So, hey Max, yeah, dude, I missed like over half the first round. I'm a slowpoke, dude. Yeah, really, really messed up, but it's okay because we're still here seeing the action. The meeting went, I mean, barely, honestly. I could have put my foot down, set a boundary, and said I gotta go. But and also part of my issue was I wasn't exactly ready either. But all right, doesn't matter. You guys don't even know what Max and I are talking about right now. We've got things in the works, all right? We're cooking, as some would say. Uh Dude, Max, I mean, yeah. We gotta talk later. I'm just kidding. Challenge to CCL, set round to finals to see brackets. I have no idea, man. Okay, anywho. Is that a fork? Not really, because queen takes. That knight's hanging. Um, Also, there's like queen here with the pen, but queen takes would be very strong for white. Don't want to do this. That'd be a bad move. Okay, bishop takes, knight takes. Knight wants to come here with tempo. Takes here first. Knight here attacking the pawn. But still, this move. Computer's saying f3, so just give up that pawn. Who needs that pawn anyways? Um, what else? If she's to defend the pawn, she's gonna go here. But then knight here attacks the rook. Knight here attacks the bishop. Anyways, you see the knight hits the queen. Queen steps here. Pressure on the pawn again. Yeah, I don't know where the UNC fans are. Okay, let's check in on. We've got Ryan versus Thomas. Wow, and White's crushing. Holy smokes. What went wrong here, folks? What went wrong? Wow, this is a big result. So g4 grabbed by the knight. Rook g1. Knight gets kicked out. Bishop here attacking. Knight defending. Queen stepping up. Queen out. Knight d5 hitting the queen. This does not look good for Ryan from Cornell up against the top board from North Carolina. Okay, well, to be fair, this is North Carolina's top board, so a queen over. These are just not where you want your piece. Look at this bishop, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, anyways, bishop takes is crushing. Bishop takes, the old bishop check. Not a check, but the point is after knight takes, it wants knight h4. That's so brutal. That is so brutal to want that. That's just a ruthless computer attack. So the more human, bishop to b3, and I mean, it's still just absolute demolition on the board here. The knight's going to take here. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just not. We might have to avert our attention to another match. This is looking absolutely brutal. Still loves bishop takes after knight takes first, of course. Black's threatening to family fork white and win a knight. So white's going to have to deal with that first. Does so. And now I'm thinking this just very solid, right? Like, why not? Who knows? Let's check in on Naveen. He's playing up against Will. Will is the lowest rated player out of both these teams. So Will versus Neo is going to be a tight match. We're going to have to check that one out in round 4. But for now, if Will can get any points against any of the Chapel Hill players, that would be huge. Of course, the top 2 players from Chapel Hill are well over Will's rating. They're both 2,400 plus. So it's going to be tough. Yeah, and here, how many pawns is he down? I mean, look at the king safety, the positioning. I mean, it's a lot of pawns. It's like, what, 3 pawns? That's too many pawns to be down. So yeah, looks like the top 2 boards for Chapel Hill are crushing the bottom 2 boards from Cornell. Can Cornell's top 2 boards say the same? They're 2 FIDE master. Okay, so what did we grab a pawn that we shouldn't have? What happened here? Knight takes. Doesn't seem great. And now queen here. Like, we just have a piece that's attacked twice. So, pawn push trying to attack this. Knight here attacking the bishop. Opening up this bishop. The old bishop check. Pawn block. Pawn takes. Bishop takes. Knight. Bishop takes with check. Knight takes. And it looks like we have Sanjana in a pickle. This is just not good at all. No time. No position. Queen's offering a trade, but as we can see, it's not going to cut it. You could trade queens. Actually, you can't. You're hoping for the old knight takes or pawn takes to defend the knight. So yeah, queen takes here is just good enough. And he's got plenty of time to figure that one out as well. How is Martha doing? Martha's Cornell's only hope. Martha's crushing, so that's good. Yeah, I think North Carolina is, I mean, both their top two boards are higher rated than Cornell's top two boards. I mean, they're both higher rated than Cornell's top board. So, maybe those prediction points are not right. I mean, it's looking kind of dangerous now for Cornell after round two. We have another result. Wow. Neo upset big time with a huge point. And I mean, yeah, this is the only game that looks good for Cornell right now is Martha. So Martha is their top board. So all right, queen takes. This is just mate in two. GG. All right, and one last game, Naveen versus Will, and Will is struggling. So Martha, she's gonna get the only point for this Cornell team in round two. So Cornell's gonna need a heck of a comeback in the second half of the match. They're down 2 points. Why did Yale C forfeit? Because they couldn't play at that time, so they just didn't reschedule. Yeah, it was too late. Too late to notice. All right, Will's hoping for the old stalemate. All right, he's no longer hoping for stalemate. He's thrown in the towel. So 3-1 win in the second round to give Chapel Hill a 5-3 lead going into the second half. Playing at the Foxwoods tourney. Well, let your new opponents know. Why are you guys playing Yale's opponents? I'm pretty sure they're international, right? So they'll probably want to reschedule anyways. No response. Who'd you reach out to? Jabalpur. I can try helping out there, I guess. All right, round three. Can Cornell come back? I mean, it's only 2 point deficit. They can definitely come back. We've got some big matches here. This is top board versus Naveen. He is the leader, their national master. So board one versus board two. And both players are perfect so far, 2 for 2. Who's going to remain undefeated after this? Or will they draw? Who knows? This apparently was a Karo Khan. What's up, Scuba G? Why are you a Cornell fan? Have you told me before? Um, did you transfer? Are you at a new school now? Your brother went to Cornell. Nice. Yeah, you're. can't remember what you told me. Maybe you're not in school anymore. I forgot. Aren't you in grad school or are you working? Sorry, I forgot. Big Red's your school mascot? Big Red is what they say at Cornell. That's not their mascot, though. Their mascot's like a bear. You're working now. Okay. I got you confused with I think the club leader at San Francisco State is a grad student that went to Santa Clara University. I could be wrong, but his name's Joshua. Feel free to correct me. You know Joshua? Okay, cool. So I'm not crazy. Yeah, I confused you with Joshua. I mean, not, I didn't really confuse you two. I just confused his graduate schoolness with you. He was a president your sophomore year. That's cool. Yeah, you know, he's our ambassador for San Francisco State. So he's still leading clubs. Man, when you were a sophomore, grad school, man, it's a long journey. I'm glad I'm not doing it, but they're changing the world. They're doing good stuff. Actually, I have no idea what Joshua's studying. He's just a chess dude. Okay, we've got Will versus Rohan. Um, so yeah, if Will could get some points, that would be huge for Cornell. We saw Neo get a big point against Sanjana. Sanjana is now playing against Thomas. So Thomas is also perfect 2 for 2. Sanjana can redeem herself here with a win, but it's a tough task. About 200 rating point mismatch. All right. There's a pawn you can take. So Sanjana's got a strong position here with white. Looks like e6 is a threat. So the knight comes back to guard against that, which makes sense. What else? Computer likes bishop g5, which makes sense because you want to put the knight on g5. So you could trade bishops, then you could put your knight there, and that's going to help support e6. Bishop to g5 also clears the way for the e file. You could put a rook there, which can help clear. Both sides with 3 minutes. And I think, did we look at this one yet? Ryan versus Neo. Neo was 1900, but with his win against Sanjana, he's over 2000 now. So Chapel's strength grows by every round. So, yeah, Chapel Hill now, they have 4 players over 2000. Cornell, they have 3 players over 2200, but their 4th board is 1800. So, yeah, in Chapel Hill, they have 2 players over 2000 and 2 players over 2400. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. Welcome back. You're tuning in to see Cornell take on University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. This is Division 2. There's $500 on the line. So the winner of this is guaranteed $500 and a trip to the semifinals. And the loser goes home with nothing. They're eliminated. No prizes. Zilch. Just the pride and joy of making it this far. And a defeat at the hands of their opponent. So right now, Chapel Hill, they're up by 2. They're trying to hold on to that. There's 2 rounds left. Cornell needs to make up those points somehow. And looks like Cornell's winning on this board. Martha is pressing Naveen's got to defend here with the black pieces. His rook is out of play. He's just trapped his other rook with this bishop retreat. Both knights are trying to defend the king. But yeah, every white piece. I guess the only piece that isn't activated is this knight on d2. So we see the rook slide over to the h-file, and that perhaps clears the space on f3. Is knight f3 a good move? Well, no, because it drops this with a fork on everything. So this rook is very important to defend that f4 pawn. Black, meanwhile, is trying to play for b4, right? That rook on the a-file isn't contributing. We got to push some pawns forward. Now, it might look like the b pawn is hanging. So we're attacking it twice, only defended once. But at the end, perhaps black has a move that can win that material back with initiative, which could be a problem. I was expecting this at some point, but who knows? All right, knight trade, interesting. Maybe preparing for knight f3. Maybe. All right, takes with the f pawn. Doesn't want to open up the h-file for that rook, which is understandable. Okay. Now attacking this. It's defended. Rooks are reconnected. Both sides about a minute and a half. Every match is so close on time except for this one. It looks like Rohan is down a minute against Will. So Will's actually doing well here. Wow. Will is up. Will is up in exchange. Wow. Oh, that's just horrible. Oh no. Oh no. The exchange was no good. Offering a queen trade and you get forked like that. Unbelievable. Will is up on time. I jinxed Will, I think. The old commentator's curse. That's what KK Sports is saying. That's on me, man. I'm sorry, Will. Will, if you go back and watch this, I'm assuming you're not listening right now, but that's my bad. Sorry, Cornell. I messed up everything, man. That's just brutal. It was going so well. And then it went downhill fast. Oh, boy. All right. Well, that would have been a huge point for Cornell, but tough to convert. I mean, knights are tricky for sure. So, okay. Queen's hitting the rook and defending f2, by the way. So, queen for rook. It's going to be tough. Your best bet is to try to hold on for a draw for a fortress if you believe in those. But the problem is you're down some pawns. Well, 3-on-2. And this is a passer. Okay, but there's some time. There's some time. Time could be an issue for the green dinosaur. So it's not over yet. Even though it's not over yet, we're going to look at some other games that are perhaps less over. But okay, hold on. He could flag. There's some flagging potential. Speaking of flagging potential, Martha was doing well against Naveen. What happened? What happened, Martha? You were pressing, and then the attack was diminished. Black's rooks activate on the A-file. That's not great. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, white just failed to open anything up. Maybe trading off. Or knight takes. Okay, it doesn't like this. Wow. Bishop takes the old b5. So, okay, interesting. Naveen went for this. But is allowing this counterplay. So, hold on, folks. Hold on. Martha's got some real strong ideas here. Probably you want to play this. And then who knows what's happening? I don't know, guys. I don't know. What's going on? Somebody tell me. Spicy chess is being played right now. There. Rook back. Rook's doubled. Black's rook's doubled. What's the point? Takes a pawn. Uh-oh. That's a passer and an extra pawn. So now Naveen is winning again. The green dinosaur beat Will. So Rohan gets a big point. Unfortunate for Cornell. Oh. Computer didn't like that move. Uh-oh. What is going on in here? Check. Is there a draw to be had? Takes. Rook doubled. It's pinned, by the way. Trade. Queen could have given a check. Is now getting checked. Oh, this pawn's not defendable, is it? Knight takes. Hold up. King over. Queen defending. Queen takes this, though. That's a pin. Wait, that's a check from the queen. Oh, no. Oh, no. What was needed here? Wow. Martha goes down. That might just be the match. King F1 was the only move. King F1. Naveen with a huge point. He goes perfect. 3 for 3 now. How's Sanjana doing? Sanjana's getting crushed. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Thomas with a huge point as well. He's also perfect so far. And just like that, Chapel Hill's a draw away from winning. And looks like Cornell's going to go down in this game right here. I think Cornell's getting swept in this round to lose the match. That's just crazy. They tied the first round. And now, second round, they lose 3-1. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, they lose the third round to a sweep. Well, this game's not over. So, this game, I mean, okay, a draw wins for Chapel Hill. The eval liked White a lot. White messed up something somewhere. It's like +4 here. The move A4 apparently. I don't know what A4 does. Because it takes away this square. But, okay. Here it's +4.5. Rook D1, Rook D2. It likes that D file. +5 there. +6 here, Rook B1. Wow, yeah, going for Rook B8 makes a lot of sense. But yeah, initiative slipped and they agreed to a draw. And with that, Cornell's season's officially come to a close. And we have 3.5 to a half in round 3 to clinch the win for Chapel Hill. GDT Bath getting a draw against the higher rated Ryan. So Neo Zhu, perhaps underrated. Board 4. Now, if I didn't curse Will, then they'd still be in it, perhaps. It'd be 7.5 to 4.5. Cornell would just need a sweep in that 4th round. But looks like that's not going to happen. But what I will say is that Cornell had a strong season. They beat Berkeley to make it this far, to the quarterfinals. And yeah, Chapel Hill, they're going to move on to play against National University of Singapore next weekend in the semifinals. So that's gonna be a big match. You'll wanna check that out. Um, what's the pricing for that? So if they win against Singapore, they're gonna be guaranteed $1,250. That's second place in Division Two. First place for Division Two is 2,500. So not too bad. Not too bad. That's what they're fighting for. Um, but yeah, we have one more match today to cover. It's a big one. It's Division One. It's University of Michigan versus Mizzou. Mizzou is a heavy favorite. They just competed in the Final Four in St. Louis just this weekend. So that's why the match has been rescheduled. That's going to be at 7 Eastern, which is 4 Pacific. That's in an hour from now. So hopefully I'll see you all back to see the last team qualify for the Final Four in the Collegiate Chess League's top division. So right now, it's UTRGV versus SLU, and it's UT Dallas versus the winner in the Mizzou and Michigan matchup. So we'll figure that one out starting an hour from now. So yeah, we'll take an hour-long break, and then we'll figure out who's going to win. Should be a good one. Of course, Mizzou is a heavy favorite. They'll probably have a couple grandmasters playing. Michigan has Papa Pizza Chess. The top board is an international master named Ben Lee. So okay. All right, so yes. The last round sealed the deal for Cornell, but they're going to finish this one out. This fourth and final traditional round, just in case. Man, Cornell hasn't won a game since round 2. And they only won one game in that round. Okay, anyways. Here are the board twos. We've got Sanjana versus Naveen. Here's the top boards. We've got Martha versus Thomas. We've got the two bottom boards. Neo's pretty good, man. Neo is pretty good. He's 1.5 out of 3. And those 3 are all 2,200 plus. So and then yeah, the last one that we haven't looked at yet, the board threes. I guess this is the only board where Cornell's favorite. So, but looks like Rohan's actually doing fairly well here. White yet to castle. Probably not a great place to castle. Worst pawn structure with the doubled pawns. Black's got the rooks over there. Ooh, and the king is going over there too. I'm expecting some kingside pawn advances from black. Just open up that king over there. And here we go. Starting with f6, the king is continuing its journey. Trying to castle by hand, as they say. The knight gets hit by the bishop. Does the knight move? Sometimes you can just leave that knight there and try to attack with your pawns, but would not be working out for white. So simply retreating. And now black will continue with bishop g6. Pressure on the c pawn. Uh-oh. Pawn push, but forgetting about that c pawn. Bishop takes with tempo on the queen. Queen's got to move. Queen goes to the e file. All right. What's the biggest match right here? Top boards maybe? How's Martha doing? Martha's up a pawn. Soon to be another pawn. Looks like Martha's gambiting the pawn back though, right? Right, e3. I mean, what's the purpose of all that? Pawn takes. Knight here attacking. You could take that knight, or you could save your knight. Black's starting to take twice on c3 right now. So probably white doesn't want to allow that. Rook d3 is kind of a weird move, but possible. What else? What else? What's wrong with taking that knight? Okay, knight goes to e4. Queen now putting pressure on e3. So maybe rook d3. Rook d3 has been played. Pawn push. Well, rook b3 is possible. Both sides with just over 2 minutes. Should I pay out the prediction early before the match is over? I mean, the match is over. Or is it? Chapel Hill can't get negative points, so that'd be crazy. Imagine. Okay. Martha, Sanjana. Sanjana's doing well against old Naveen. Let's see. All right, the bishop's hit. Where does the bishop go? Back. Of course. Knight takes, rook takes. Yeah. Tempo on the queen, looking to double. Okay. Is the black rook going to get to f8? Perhaps. But not right now, because white was starting to pin that rook to the queen. So instead we see here, strong diagonal after this threat. And now black can triple on the e file. Wouldn't that be fun? And we see it, the triple. Alyekin's gun, right? I don't know. How's Thomas doing against Martha? Thomas and Naveen both looking to sweep. They're trying to just get as many points as possible. They're trying. This is practice for them at this point for their match coming up against Singapore. So, all right, Neo's very low on time, but is winning. That was not a good move because of Bishop A5 apparently. No, Queen A5. Huh, missed. But looks like Black wants to double up on the main diagonal, so we see White offering the Bishop trade. King takes. Bishop pins the knight. Queen gives a check. Yeah, White has a lot of pieces on dark squares, which is not good. Okay, trading off everything here. Winning a pawn. Queen check. So Black is up a pawn, but it's a 4-on-3. But the queen's looking to win the A pawn. White doesn't allow it, but Black's left with the more advanced centralized queen. And now, yeah, a little repeat action, but Black pushes a pawn. Also known as a time burner. White also pushes a pawn. Probably, yeah, defending that pawn for when you move the king. So the king moves now. Trash at chess. Thank you for rating me. Very appropriate. All right. Let's. Oh, that's a checkmate. All right. So Neo with 2.5. What a strong board for North Carolina. You brought a few friends. Thank you, Blue Pangu. Welcome. You guys are tuning in right at the end here, but yeah, we already have a result. These games are about to finish. This game, both players very long time, but looks like Thomas is beating Martha. Yeah, threatening. What are we threatening? This can be taken. Hold on, what's going on? Oh, is it rook check takes? Oh, going here for that, but that doesn't work. You have to give the knight check and then take. Wow, just resigns? It's not resignable. You can take knight takes g3. Wow, that would just be a trade. But okay, they resigned. All right. What's up, Jakey? Yeah, lost on time. Okay, I thought they resigned. No, they were just too confused. So Martha ends with a win. She gets 3, and Naveen also. No, that's Thomas. Thomas ends with 3. This is Naveen versus Sanjana. So this is looking like a tight matchup here. Opposite color bishops. Yeah, even no, Black is up a pawn. Okay. All right, interesting. But they drew by repetition. So Sanjana ends with only 1.5. Is that right? Did I miss a point somewhere? I feel like I missed a point somewhere. Chesson Cracker and Rohan also drew. Wow. Okay, so 1.5, and Thomas gets 3.5. No, that's Naveen. Naveen gets 3.5. So yeah, final score 10.5 to 5.5. Cornell's season comes to an end, but Chapel Hill's is just beginning as they are now going to the semifinals, and they've earned themselves $500 for that match. So $500 is just the 4th place prize for Division 2. So if they lose the remaining 2 matches, they will get 500 guaranteed. But if they win, then they're going to move on to the finals, where they're going to be guaranteed $1,250 for 2nd place and a chance for $2,500 for 1st. So they've got quite, potential for some prize money ahead, but they have to get through National University of Singapore in the semifinals if they want a chance at that top prize money. So congrats again to University of North Carolina. They were the top seed So they're looking to take down Singapore next week in the semifinals. But that's it for now. We do have one more match later today, and it's a big one. It's Division One. It's University of Michigan versus Mizzou. That's going to be in 1 hour from now. So we're gonna take a quick break. Quick as in 1 hour long. We're gonna end our stream and raid someone. So appreciate you all being here. Really appreciate the raid actually. Shout out to Trash at Chess. I hope you're doing well. And thanks to Blue Pangu as well. Yeah, we're gonna send you off on another raid. And we'll be back in an hour. Mizzou versus Michigan. That is a $1,000 match on the line. If you want to know more about the prizes, you can do exclamation point prizes. If they win in the semifinals, then they're guaranteed at least $2,500 for second place. And for first place in Division One is $5,000. So there's a lot to be playing for in Division One. And I believe the winner between Mizzou and Michigan goes on to play against UT Dallas, who took down University of Chicago in the quarterfinals in a crazy overtime victory, where Chicago was actually up 8-6, and Dallas clutched out the last two games to force overtime to tie it 8-8, and they swept the Chicago team in overtime. So Chicago's playoff journey ended early, and they're gonna have to watch the Final Four from the sidelines as UT Dallas will play the winner between Mizzou and Michigan, which we're gonna figure out in just an hour. And the other side of the bracket is UTRGV taking on SLU, which happened 2 days ago in the Final Four of the USCF Championship, also known as the President's Cup, and they tied 2-2. So there's no ties in collegiate chess. We have to declare a winner, so there's overtime, which is very exciting. Yeah, lots of exciting chess coming up later this weekend, so hopefully you guys will be around for that. But for now, we're going to wait an hour for the next quarterfinal match between Michigan and Mizzou, so I'll let you all go, and I'm going to take a little break myself, but I'll be back in an hour, so I'll see you all then. Thanks again, everyone. Take care. Stick around for this raid, and I'll see you in an hour.